Today we are here to remember the lives that were lost on February 14, 2018 in Parkland, Florida. That afternoon at approximately 2:22 p.m., an old student of Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School entered the building and commenced shooting. The outcome left many devastated, some in critical condition, and a total of 17 innocent people dead. In honor of National Walkout Day, not only do we remember the lives of last month, but we also remember the lives of last year and the many years prior. This day, along with many others, will be lived in infamy. Now we will have a moment of silence after every loss is read. Thank you.
Carol Moran was 14 years old. She attended dance classes regularly. Her dance studio said, "Carol was a beautiful soul and always had a smile on her face."
Luke Hoyer. Luke Hoyer was 15 years old. His cousin describes him as an amazing individual, always happy, always smiling. His smile was contagious, and so was his laugh. He was known for his avid love for basketball and his school spirit.
Chris Hickson was 49. Chris is remembered as a loving father and husband, a veteran who was twice deployed to the Persian Gulf, an athletic director and wrestling coach who worked tirelessly for his athletes, and ultimately as a hero who died trying to save students at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School.
Jamie Gutenberg, age 14. Jamie's family quoted, "She was a beautiful and kind and intelligent teenage girl. She danced with tremendous grace and she had an amazing smile. She was supposed to have her whole life ahead of her, but it was cut short. We are all devastated."
Aaron Feast, 37. He was an assistant football coach, a father, a husband, a hero. His high school program released a statement saying, "He died the way he lived. He put himself second. He was a very kind soul, a very nice man, and he died a hero."
Nicholas Doret. Nicholas was a recruit for the University of Indianapolis for the university swim team. His family released a statement saying his dreams of making the Olympic swim team and going to the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo, and that he believed he could accomplish anything as long as he tried his best. His teammates described their captain as a very positive and very cheerful person who was very dedicated and determined with swimming, and he was a very kind person.
Martin Duque Anguiano was 14 years old. The description created by his older brother read, "He was a very funny kid, outgoing, and sometimes really quiet. He was sweet and caring and loved by all of his family. Most of all, he was my baby brother. My family and I have no words to describe the event that has happened on this date. All of my prayers to the lost ones."
Scott Beagle, age 35. Scott was a geography teacher and a cross-country coach, a camp counselor. He was also a son, a brother, and a young man who was soon to be married. His family and friends remember him living his 35 years in heroic, unselfish fashion. His students described him as a teacher who loved them. I'm going to ask you to look for a teacher in the stands now. All of us became teachers because we too love our students. We're a family. Scott described his high school as his family. Like a family, we get on each other's nerves. And although the teachers that are in the stands here may nag you about your homework or your behavior or your headphones, we are here for you. All of these people, these adults, we love you and we care about you. Like a family, also, we have each other's backs. We are all part of each other's history. We are the Heights family.
Alyssa Aladef. Her mother said, and I quote, "Alyssa was a beautiful, smart, talented, successful, awesome, amazing soccer player. Alyssa was 14. She had an amazing personality, made varsity soccer as a freshman, and was a great creative writer. On the day of the shooting, when I first saw a picture of Alyssa, I instantly thought of myself and my part on the team during soccer this year. And I want each of you to think how you are similar to each of these people and each other in the school, because we are all more similar than different."
Hi, my name is Lindsay Sicklese, if you don't know me, and I'm a junior. And this is something I wrote after I watched the news about the Parkland shooting. Noise. It seems to be all around us, everywhere, in everything and in every instance. It is evidence of new beginnings, the foreshadowing of the start to a great life, the opening of new doors. Giggles, a sweet melodic sound, the contagious kind. Especially so, I can imagine, when they are coming from your own freshened blood, a sweet life that you introduce to the world, squirming and cooing in your arms, and daintily gripping your pointer finger, their skin smooth in the way that only baby skin is. Whispers, struggling to maintain the hushed tone of your voice as you stumble out of dorm rooms, in that skirt that is probably a little too short, that shirt that you know is a little too tight, and your best friend's hand in your own. Sneaking out with that excited, rebellious feeling stirring in your stomach, preparing you for the adventures and the experiences that you will only retell in stories later. Cheers, high-pitched, bursting out of your throat like the bubbles in a champagne bottle when the top is first popped. The rustling of the thin paper as you thrust it towards your parents in a daze of glee, eyes unwavering from the big colored letters at the top of the page. The stress of high school extinguished within a matter of seconds, as if you had just licked your fingers and touched them to a candle's wick. The slight sizzle sounding in the air. A new journey is about to begin. New dreams are ready to be fought for. New trials awaiting to be conquered. Noise. It seems to be all around us. Everywhere, in everything and in every instance. Screaming. Shrill and insistent. The kind that makes you clench your eyes shut and clamp your hands over your ears. The loud, high-pitched screeching that makes the hairs on your arms rise as if you had stepped into the chill air without your favorite sweater to shield you from the wind. Banging. The slamming of doors, the stomping of feet, pounding into linoleum floors in time with the heavy beating of the heart, running from something, as if in a game of chase you did not want to play. Gunshots, explosive and unexpected, ringing in your ears, replaying in your mind long after they have gone off, enrapturing you, replaying, beating in time with your racing heart. Dull droning of news reports and ringing sirens. This is different. Is evidence of endings rather than beginnings, the closing of doors instead of the opening of new ones. 17 killed, dozens hurt, the 18th mass shooting in 48 days. Yet the school day goes on, work occurs as normal, officials delivering nothing more than standard condolences. Noise, it's everywhere. So why is it in times like these that the world can be so silent?
This is in no way meant to be political. I see no politics and a want not to die. Here's what I do see. Fear, love, friends, and family, flowers blooming with the turn of winter to spring. I see life, and I, being influenced by all six, cannot write a speech without them in mind. All the same, this isn't about politics. This is in no way partisan, but a part of me cannot refrain from pointing out the contradiction in a law aimed at protecting children, putting guns in the hands of teachers everywhere. The best case scenario in which teachers are armed is one person dying, the loss of at least one life. That is, if the teacher gets to the shooter before the shooter gets to the kids, and a bullet leaves the teacher's gun before the shooter has a chance to pull their trigger. A place for learning, teaching children that some lives aren't worth saving. I apologize if that made anyone uncomfortable, but I want you to remember that that is the best case scenario. It doesn't have to be, though. What if the help of professionals got to the shooter before the shooter got to the gun? Then maybe America wouldn't have known so many shooters.
In the future, America doesn't have to know more shooters. This isn't political. This is our want to survive calling out and desperate to be heard. This time, refusing to be squandered. This is my love for my friends and family being clouded by fear. Fear that when a fire alarm is pulled, I'm making a judgment call about whether the school is being shot up or burnt down. We can't erase fear, but we also don't have to roll over onto our backs and accept it as a routine part of our lives. And fear, far from being political, affects those with guns, those without guns, those sticking to their guns, and those begging to have their guns taken away. This isn't political, this is life. And in order to preserve it, we have to have an honest discussion about what will keep our schools safe. Because whether or not schools feel like safe places or war zones shouldn't be decided by politicians. It should be the right of every student, teacher, janitor, security guard, and administrator to feel like they are working in a safe place. And it should be the right of every family to know that they're sending their loved ones to a safe environment. an environment where no one is in danger of losing their life. My name is McKenna Mason,
And my name is Sam Gandolfo-Lucia.
and regardless of your politics,
We're asking you to help us make a change.
thank you.
This is Matt and Maddie, and that is our classmate Danny. Matt has fallen for Maddie all year. He tries to get her to date him. He goes to her locker. She wants nothing to do with him. But he won't let that stop his persistence. He then sees her at the library. She actually acknowledges him, but not enough for a conversation. It is about the middle of the year, and the guy begins to doubt if he'll ever get the girl of his dreams. But he can't quit. So he sees her for the final time at the end of the year. He walks up to her. She is finally interested in what he has to say. As they are deep in conversation, he gets the courage to ask her on a date, and he finally does it. Just as the word yes rolls off her tongue, that classmate right there walks in the gym and commits the next large mass shooting. Just by show of hands, how many people can tell me how many steps Danny took over there? Did anybody notice him while you guys were paying attention to this fairy tale story? This story is not political by any means necessary about what is right and wrong, but is rather to note that you must be aware of your surroundings. You must be aware of what is going on. You should go out and beyond your boundaries and talk to the lone individual. You should do all these things because for every Columbine, Sandy Hook, and Stoneman Douglas, and all other countless acts of violence, there was almost a happy ending. Thank you.
Gina Montalto, age 14. Gina was a member of her school's Winter Guard. Her aunt quoted, "In the heavens, she's designing the latest and greatest trends and has her art book she always carried with her as well."
Joaquin Oliver, age 17. He was known as Guac, a moniker that appeared on his Instagram account. His interests included football, basketball, the Venezuelan national soccer team, urban graffiti, and hip-hop.
Elena Petty, age 14. Her family remembers her as vibrant and determined. They want to keep an eternal perspective of the good she has done for the community, such as volunteering after Hurricane Irma, a member of the Helping Hands program of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and a member of the Junior ROTC program at her school.
Meadow Pollock, age 18. Meadow was a lovely young woman who was full of energy. We were very much looking forward to having her join our community in the fall as a spokeswoman from Lynn University in Boca Raton.
Helena Ramsey, age 17. Helena was remembered as smart, kind, and thoughtful. She was deeply loved and loved others beyond what she loved herself. She put everyone before her, and yet now her family is grappling with her loss.
Alex Schachter, age 14, participated in the school marching band and orchestra and had a bright future on the trombone, as told by the director of bands at the Parkland High School.
Carmen Shentrin, age 16. Carmen was a musician who expected to attend the University of Florida. She was a perfectionist who loved red lipstick and teal-colored bags. She was also a National Merit Scholar semifinalist.
Peter Wang, age 15. He was a member of the Junior ROTC program and had a love for cooking, as his parents own a restaurant in West Palm Beach. Students have reported that Peter was shot while holding a door open to let fellow classmates get to safety. Thousands of people signed a White House petition asking for him to be buried with military honors. After this petition, he was posthumously accepted to the U.S. Military Academy at West Point for his heroic actions on February 14, 2018. And then he was buried in his Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps uniform.
For those of you who may not know me, my name is Abby. Author Wendy Mass once said, "Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about." We as a school community need to come together and do everything we can to promote a positive environment for one another. It is important for every single one of us to feel safe, comfortable, and valued. It is crucial that we respect one another day in and day out. You never know, the positivity you bring into someone's day here at Heights could have a lasting impression. We all fight our own battles, and it is never okay to compare your day to someone else's, but what you can do is find a way to brighten theirs. The smallest gestures, like inviting someone to join you at lunch or a smile in the hallway, could make all of the difference.
Did you notice me? If you guys don't know me, my name is Rahel Dujalo. As individuals of this community, and even in life, we should consider how valuable every single life is. As we reflect and remember the 17 lives that were taken away on February 14, 2018, I want you to remind yourself and your neighbor that you are worth something. And I personally want to also remind you that you are never alone and you have a purpose in this life. You matter as much as the person right next to you does. You are someone's child, someone's friend, someone's loved one. You may even be a person that somebody looks up to, and so is every single person that is in the student body of the Haddon Heights High School. Can everybody please rise as a symbol of unity in this community of the Haddon Heights High School, please?
All right, thank you, Raheel. I just want to come out and thank everyone today for coming out here, for being respectful, and know that together we all are one Haddon Heights community. You know, whether we have, like we said before, differences, whether with teachers, whether it's homework or classwork, we have issues with friends, just keep in mind that in the grand scheme of things, we all are together here at Haddon Heights. So I want to thank you again for all that. And again, if you guys could, I want to thank everybody that participated here today. So nice round of applause for that.